People become addicted to all sorts of things, from nicotine to alcohol, from caffeine to ultra-processed food, and from shopping to smartphones. And often they're in denial. Are you mildly addicted to trading? Let's face it, most of us are a little bit addicted to something, whether it's our morning coffee or scrolling on our smartphones. It may not be a problem, but it can become one. Some people, for example, spend so long on social media that it affects their mental health and real-life relationships. Similarly, though many of us enjoy an occasional drink, regular consumption of alcohol over time can lead to increased tolerance and then dependence. So what about addiction to trading? Well, Mark Hebner began to look into the subject while researching for a book on investing in the late 1990s. He was curious as to why speculating on the stock market was so popular when there was overwhelming evidence that passive investing was a superior strategy.
I'd studied so much about this, and I thought, with all this evidence, why do people continue to do this? And I said, I went to Yahoo. There was no Google at the time. I went to Yahoo and I typed in, gambling in the stock market. Well, it took me to the New Jersey Alcoholics Anonymous website, where they had a tab for stock market gamblers. I clicked it. And they had a list of things, as to whether you might be addicted to stock market gambling. How often do you check your portfolio? And all these questions. They had a little questionnaire. And they actually have a pamphlet, which I keep in my office, and I slide across the conference room table to people who come in, and they sound like they have a gambling problem.
Mark called his book Index Funds, the 12-step recovery program for active investors. In it, he argues that this addiction, mild or otherwise, afflicts not just retail investors, but professional investors too.
The premise of my book has to do with the fact that trading is gambling and gambling is addictive. And so I always assumed, once I figured this out, that there was a little bit of a gambling addiction that sort of gripped a lot of these traders and brokers. And so as clients, we were enabling them to be addicted gamblers,
In fact, studies have shown how trading stocks can stimulate the brain's reward centers in much the same way as gambling does. For Mark Hebner, it's a subject that warrants far more attention than it's generally given.
It's just one more element to sort of the psychological behavior that affects investors that I felt was really important that people understand that is actually a possibility, that you might have a little too much fun or you might be getting a little too much excitement from your trading, and maybe that's a sign that something's not quite right here.
The bottom line is that speculation and overtrading in particular can have a highly detrimental impact on long-term investment returns. So why not speak to IFA.com about a more rational and evidence-based approach to investing? Contact us via the details top right on the IFA website. Alternatively, click on Connect with an Advisor and enter your email, phone number and home state, and we'll get back in touch with you.